right, listen. So I'm not gonna wait for anybody to come in. I just want to come on here and do some really quick encouragement for you guys, really quick. So listen, I want to say within the last, I want to say about 2 to 3 days. Hello, April. Hey, April. Hey, April. Within the last few days or so. Okay, so wait, let me back up. Hey, Sam. Hey, ladies, come on in. Okay, you guys, so within the last few days, right? God has been ministering to me as far as my YouTube channel. And I do YouTube and I do all of these different things on my YouTube channel and all of this. Well, I started the channel for one type of content. Well, needless to say, I ended up starting another style of content. Well, on recently, God had begun to talk to me about something else, right? And so I seen this video. I was on Facebook and I was watching somebody else. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Jessica. Hey, y'all. Come on in here. Hey, y'all. Hey. And so I seen this other video, and the girl, she came in and she had begun to talk about like how they wanted to know. She's like, everybody want to know what is going on with Prissy P. And she was like, everybody wants to know, hey, Retta. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And she's like, everybody wants to know what's going on with Prissy P, right? And so she was like, well, let me tell you what's going on with Prissy. And she was like, pretty much what is going on with Prissy P right now is Prissy P is just doing Prissy P. And she said, I started my YouTube channel with this idea of thinking that I was going to do this, this, and this, and this. And she said, but then as God had begun to talk to her about just be Prissy, and that thing hit me so hard, you guys. I had begun to understand, okay, hey, Lucretia, okay, so God, I see what you're saying. So listen. So if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe. I encourage you to subscribe. Let me tell you why. Because as I was just sitting here in the living room and I was talking to my husband and I had begun to say, I posted a picture of my full body. Now you guys who know me know that I don't like to take full body pictures. I just don't, okay? I just don't. But I took a full body picture and I posted it. And one of the ladies said, I see that you said that you were about to start doing some videos of some outfits and some get-togethers and everything like that, and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah. And she reconfirmed what God had already been saying to me as far as doing some videos of putting together some little outfits, so on and so forth. So I encourage you to go and like my channel. Now, Lady K, why did you go live? Because I want to encourage somebody to pay attention to the things that God say to you. God may say something, hello, Miss Chrissy, hello, Kimberly. God may say something to you that is so simple. It may be something as basic as, I want you to wear these pair of shoes today. I want you to wear an orange shirt today. I want you to wear a green shirt today, right? And where you may not understand it right then and there when he makes when he makes the statement. But what happens is somebody comes along and they reassure you that what God just said was exactly what you heard. All right, listen. Hey, Erica. Now, listen, the thing about that is when she said, Lady K, I'm so excited you're about to start doing this. It made so much sense to me when Prissy P said, can I just show y'all who Kenosha is? Can I just show y'all? Can I just show y'all who I am? Can I show y'all everything that has to do with Lady K and what I love to do? And most of y'all know I love to do something. Somebody always say, Lady K, one of these ladies that I'm friends with, she says, every time I turn around, you're doing something different. And where once I used to think that didn't make sense. But then I'm starting to understand that it makes a lot of sense. But back to what she said, I want to encourage somebody to go back and retry. Go back. Create another structure. Hey, Kim, create another structure. So if your first thing ain't working, listen, when I first started, I wasn't getting a lot of views at all on my channel. I'm telling you, I was not. But I am consistent in what I do. Why am I consistent? Because it's not about the money, but it's about encouraging the ladies that I'm connected to. If you're connected to me, I'm going to encourage you. If you are connected to me in any way or form, and most of you guys know, Lady K will give you the shirt off her back if you need it. Like, that's just how I am. That's just who I am. And so I'm saying that to say, if it don't work the first time, go back. Hey, Lakia, if it does not work the first time, go back. If it does not seem like you're getting the result that God showed you, go back. If it does not seem like it's working the way that you thought it was going to work, go back. If it seems like you're not getting what you desired to get or the results that you're going to get, go back and try it again. And I'm going to keep on saying go back. Somebody go ahead and type your name and say go back. I'm going to say, Kenosha, go back. What you did the first time, it may not be working the way that you thought it would. But the thing is because God showed me that it was mine. Because God showed me that I was going to have a great success. Because God showed me and made me a promise, I got to go back. So maybe where I thought just a little something of, oh, I thought this was going to work out like this, I'm going to go back. That's just like some building blocks. If you're building some blocks, if you notice, most kids, most babies, and they're building these blocks, and they realize that the block does not fit there because that shape does not go with the right shape. And they trying to put a triangle. I hear God say, some of you've been trying to put a triangle with a square. Hey, Cherie, some of you've been trying to put a triangle with a square. And God is saying, no, that's not it. No, that's not it. Hey, Ronnie, no, that's not it. Some of y'all been trying to put a circle into a triangle. Some of y'all been trying to put a circle into an oval. Some of y'all been trying to, but what God is saying, I need you to go back and reinsert that new shape, that new desire. Reinsert. Oh, Rabakande Beshia. I feel that in my spirit. Go back and reinsert that new shape that God just gave you, that new business plan. Go back and reinsert that new idea that God gave you. Go back and insert that new dimension of a level of mentality that God just told you. Maybe some of us started off these relationships. Hey, Tyra. Maybe some of us started off these relationships and these good aspects in this relationship was going good. And maybe it didn't go too good and it started to mess up. It started to get a little confusing. But let me tell you why. Because your idea of what you thought was going to happen with that relationship was not the plan of God. But let me tell you right now, I encourage somebody to go back and reinsert the shape. Go back and try a new transition. Go back and try a new strategy. Go back and try the new idea that you have. Go back and try to fix that relationship and make it better. Go back and do what God is telling you to do. Let me tell you, I'm telling you this not because I just want to tell you, but I'm telling you this because I heard God say, what you are doing on your YouTube channel is you're going back and you're saying, okay, God, this is what you gave me. So, okay, my first shape didn't fit. The first shape that I tried, hello, Marvy Williamson, the first shape that I tried, it didn't work out. So now what God is telling me to do, okay, Lady K, go back. He said, go back and reinsert that new shape that I just gave you, because the new shape is the key. See, that's what I want to tell you guys. The new shape is the key. It's the new shape that you just got. It's the new look that you just got on, the new mentality that you just embraced. Listen, some of us are changing our mindsets and changing the way that we're walking with Christ and changing who we are in Christ. And where it might not fit well with a lot of people, but what I'm hearing God say on today is it's because I gave you a new shape. I gave you a new shape. You no longer look the same shape that you used to look. You no longer walk the same way that you used to walk. You no longer talk the same way that you used to talk. It's because you have the new shape. Now listen, I'm going to end there. But let me tell you guys something else. Do y'all see this thing right here behind me? This right here? This is something that my husband built. But let me tell you all about this situation. When he went to go build this thing right here in our backyard, and he even made the table to match. Listen, hello, Miss Berry. When he built this, it didn't work out because we had this, right? And a bad storm came. Hamamando roko saya. Somebody's going to catch this. And a bad storm came. And when the storm came, it knocked our tent down, right? And so my husband said, well, baby, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to build this thing right here. And this is what he did, right? That just went to show that he went back with the new shape that God gave him. God gave him a new vision, and he took that vision and he went back with the new vision, and he built something that will be more applicable, that can sustain the storm. Now listen, I don't know who this is for, but God is saying, I need you to build a new home to sustain the storm. I need you to build a new setup that can sustain the storm. Because the thing is if this big storm come around, and it's going to blow your mind, it's going to blow your faith, it's going to change everything that you already thought about. Because the thing is I'm giving you something new. So take that something new and use what it's supposed to do, right? Take this something new. Okay, let me back up. One more story, and then I'm going to let y'all go. I went to the nail place to get my nails done, right? I haven't been in about 2-3 years, something like that. And where I was waiting for the lady. Hey, Miss Ruby. I was waiting for the lady to do my nails. And as she began to do them, and she pulled out her products of what she used and so on and so forth. And I was like, y'all don't use this? And she was like, no, we don't use that anymore. And I said, what? And I said, let me show you something. I did one design on my hand, and she copied the other side. Somebody gonna catch this. She did not feel, she did not feel any type of way that I showed her something and I don't have any license. She didn't feel like, how you going to come up into my job and show me what to do? But the thing is because I was paying, I knew what I desired, right? Listen, because God is taking care of you. He knows what he desires. So he walks in your shop, and he walks in your building, and he says, come here, baby, let me show you something you don't know how to do. Now, where a lot of us take it the wrong way, and a lot of us would feel like, well, God, why I got to take a whole nother step? Why I got to change what I already know? Why I got to do things a little different? But I hear God saying on this morning, don't be offended that I'm teaching you something new. But what I need you to do is I need you to take it, because this is the same thing that I told the lady. I need you to take this very thing that I'm teaching you. Hey, Miss Wright, I need you to take this very thing that I'm teaching you, and you can use it on anybody else you like. And matter of fact, it's for free because you already paid the cost. Now listen. When God says that something is for free because you already paid the cost, that means you've been obedient in this season of hardship. When God says that it's free because you've already paid the cost, that means that you've been doing exactly what he's told you to do when he's told you to do it, even when it did not make sense. Listen, when I left out of there, before I left, the lady said, your designs are free. That's what she told me. She said where she should have charged me more than what she did, but she didn't. And before we left, she said, I love you. This lady ain't know me. She said, but I love your personality. I'm saying all of this to say, because somebody like, Lady K, what do this have to do with anything? I'm saying this to say that God is about to send you to places with that new block and that new shape that you have on you. And this new block and this new shape that you have on you, that God is sending you, and he's going to send you to these places where you got to show some people some things, and where they are going to accept what God has sent you with. And what's going to happen is you're going to go in there and you're going to be able to show them some things based off of what God has shown you, right? And where they're not going to be offended. Glory be to God. Somebody better celebrate people who's not offended. And see, the thing is you're going to go in here and they're going to say, thank you for what you helped me do. Thank you for what you showed me. Because see, the thing is somebody else didn't want to show me the very thing that you came to show me, because they wanted me to pay for something that they got for free. So cool. Listen. The thing that God is doing in the people's lives that you are connected to right now, he's going to use you to go and minister to them. Glory be to God. Hey, Karen, he's going to use you to go and minister to them. But the thing is if you're walking in pride, God said, I can't use that. If you're walking in an area of humility, God's going to use you like never before, because you're not worried about no accolades. You're not worried about nobody knowing your name. You ain't worried about none of that. Only thing you're worried about is God getting. I encourage you guys to keep on believing in God. Keep on going back. Every time something don't work, you say, especially if God showed it to you. If God said, I'm going to give you this, and he says that it's yours, and he said that he gave it to you, and he said that he blessed it with you, or he blessed you with it, you better go back. If it did not work, if God said that house is yours, you better go back and reapply. If God say that car is yours, you better go back and reapply. If God says the children are going to be saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost, you better go back and keep on praying. If God told you that your children were going to be obedient, you better believe they are going to be obedient. If God showed you, you better believe what he showed you. But what I'm encouraging you on today is to go back. If the first plan didn't work, go back, come back up and say, okay, God, shake it off. Okay, God, that one ain't go good. Now, I know you gave me this. Good morning. Hey, Danette. God, I know you showed me this thing. And because you showed me this thing, I got to go back and I got to get what's mine. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to say, okay, all right, so this is what I'm here for, because God sent me to do this. And they say, well, baby, you denied. And then so you back up and you go back and you say, okay, God, so God, you told me that this is what I'm supposed to do. Okay, so since you told me that this is what I'm supposed to do, God, can you give me a new strategy? God, give me new instruction, God. God, maybe I need to change what I wore, because maybe the first time I went in, I didn't look like I can do anything. Maybe I need to change my actions, and maybe I need to change what I said, because maybe the first time I went in there, I didn't go in there believing that I was even qualified for what God was blessing me with, after he already told me it was mine. Okay. So now maybe you went in the first time and you like, hey, I'm here to collect. And they like, what? That ain't, we don't know nothing about you. Okay. So then you back up and you go back and you say, God, send me new strategy. God, show me better understanding. God, show me what I need to say from here on out. God, show me what I need to do from here on out. And then you go back and you say, hi, I'm here to collect. Do you see the difference? Now I'm confident in what God said to me. Now I'm confident in who God said I am. Now I'm confident in what God said was mine. Listen, take your new shape. Take your new shape and go and claim what's yours. That's my encouragement for today. Take your new shape. Go and claim what's yours if God said it. If God didn't say it, don't y'all be like, Lady K told me come up in here because that right there is my... Don't y'all do that. Don't you do it. Because just as much as you wouldn't be qualified, they're going to be like, we don't know who she is. That's what they're going to... We don't even know who she is. So don't y'all go up in there talking about Lady K said nothing. If God told you, if God said it's yours, if God, hey Bria, if God said it's yours, if God tell you to go, you go. And you do what God tells you to do. It's just as simple as that. Take your new shape and go and claim what's yours.